What's going on, traders? I just wanted to get on here and share the trading day with you. Again, getting everything going here for NQ for the day. Kind of just wanted to get everything just started, just to show anybody who's new to trading how I set up my charts, how I get the morning going before the New York session bell at 9:30. It's 8:30 now, which is typically news time, pre-market. If you go to, I go to forexfactory.com mainly because I got started in trading with Forex, and Forex Factory is where you see all the news for that. You can see there's nothing today, maybe at 10 a.m. orange folder. But for the rest of the trading for today, it doesn't look like there's any landmines that'll go off, which is something, I guess, to be mindful about. The other thing I like to do before trading is just to check out the dollar index, the DXY, trading NQ, NASDAQ. There's a negative correlation between when the dollar is moving up. Typically the NASDAQ's going down and vice versa. I don't know why that is. It's just something that just happens, I guess. Maybe if you have a theory, you could enlighten the chat if you're listening and dip it into the stream. But it looks like there's still kind of a bullish energy to the dollar here. Just recently dropped down to, looks like I can't read what that is, a 0.618 fib level. Bounced off of it. It could be a bull trap, kind of hard to tell, but also could skyrocket higher today, which could mean a bearish day for NQ. It's kind of more for a reference than anything else. The thing with trading is anything can kind of happen. So let me just double check all the visuals here before I close the screen down. Looks like everything's good. I got this pop out so I could check the chat easier as people start to migrate in. But now we got NQ pulled up. It's been trading sideways, it looks like, since last night. What is today? Today's the 7th. The 6th. Pretty much trading sideways. A little bit of like bearish energy with like a new lower low here. I'd probably still be looking for longs today. We'll do a deconstruction here. We'll mark up these charts. So get on the daily. The past 3 days it looks like we found a bottom, and so we were on a downtrend. Had a little bit of a move up, a little bit of a bull trap the following couple days, where we got another couple days of bearish energy. But it looks between the 30th and the 1st, we found a bottom and are starting to go more bullish. And a break of structure over here to the left, which we'll see how the day plays out. It could just wipe us whole thing down because we are at the top of that candle. But let's mark this out so we can get an idea of the range. I like to make these kind of big just so they stand out. Kind of the goal for today is to improve on some of the bonehead habits that are like reminiscent to me of like fishing. There's a guy on Reddit that commented on I think it was yesterday's stream, and it seemed like he has been in my shoes and is maybe a couple levels of more experience. I'm still learning, so this is everybody's at different levels, and so I appreciate when people are trying to level me up to get to where they're at. And one of the nice things about doing this stream is you can kind of see on replay kind of the bonehead unconscious moves, and I'm definitely going to incorporate some of his advice into the trading, and it's stuff that's like already know it. It's like when you're like wanting to go on a diet and like a buddy's like, hey, you're kind of looking a little chubby. You ever think about doing some calisthenics? It's like some people get devastated by that, but I don't if they're coming from a good place. Not to open up the door to haters that just want to be critical and just hate. But on the 4 hour here, we can get back to what we're talking about. Now we got the daily marked out for daily high, daily low. Looks like we're at the top of this range here. My strategy moving forward is to short every tops, and buy at every bottoms. Anything in these, that zone pretty much would be a selling zone, and vice versa. Down here at the bottom would be a buying zone, and you would think that'd be easy enough to accomplish, but the thing with the market is it can trigger like an animal part of your brain that just reacts like a fish that sees a lure that's shiny and jiggling. They just bite it. It's like they could literally watch their friend bite the lure and disappear in a fucking getting yanked to shore, and then 5 minutes later they fall for the same trick. Today is going to be a non-chasing day. It's going to be be the fisherman, not the fish day. So on the 4 hour, you can kind of see a bunch of indecision all through London session. Just no obvious stuff going on during London. So since it's the top of the range, I'm probably gonna maybe do some like temporary shorts, at least till we get to this bottom. I'm gonna mark this bottom so it doesn't sneak up on us. Because a lot of times you'll get this move that just retraces a decent amount of this candlestick. Not all the time, but probability wise, maybe it seems like a logical thing to assume, but sometimes the market is not very logical. So I like to get that on just on the 15 minute, because I'm not going to be in these trades like big swing trades or anything. Just enough to kind of see where we're at in the bigger picture. Like right now, I'm getting ready to probably short this guy. I'm just going to do one contract. I'm just going to just start with one contract, and again, taking the advice of others here that are more successful. I'm definitely going to make sure to get the stop loss locked in, because as that commenter was saying too, it's like a lot of my like whoopsie big losses for the day come from just getting retarded with these stop losses. It's like again, one of those things, I know better, but yet still fall for the same stupid mistakes every time. I'm just do it a 20. It's like a 20 something tick stop. So what we got here? Yeah, 20 ticks. So pretty much gonna be targeting this low, or maybe one of these lows if it goes lower. Starting the day, I'll just show 98,658 is the starting balance here. And this is an eval account from Apex. If anybody's interested in day trading, I recommend not using your own money, just especially if you're new, because really likely that you're going to lose all of it. And like the nice thing about using prop firm money is once you get good at trading, you pass the evaluations, you get funded, and you actually can trade with large capital, which makes trading a lot more engaging. Yeah, for the first part of my trading journey, I was just like doing like small account, $500 account, $1,000 account, and then just using it as a scale model. Where I would just basically just focus more on the percentage win, like a 1% profit versus a dollar amount, because the money is kind of relative. Once you learn the skill set, you can just add a bigger order. You know what I mean? But it's like if you're not profitable on a small scale and kind of get a grasp of what's going on, just leveling up to a 100K account probably spiral you a little bit. It spiraled me a little bit. When you start trading. Bye. Love you. Bye. Have fun. See you later, alligator. Yeah, and so what happened with me is like these Apex accounts were on sale, and like it was like 90% off or something like that. I think with my discount code you can get like 80%, and so you can get one of these 100K accounts for I think like $40, with like $40 for a reset if you blow up, and like having a little breakout, but like oh duh, this is like the textbook Head and Shoulders for but I'm not gonna chase this. I'm not gonna be a fish today. But like anyway, with like the Apex accounts, it's like I was going full tilt, because I was trying to pass this shit in like single day, and it was like there's a bunch of other like traders that were doing like 20 accounts or something like that on 50K. I'm gonna short this as soon as it kind of gets to that looks kind of weak. But yeah, it's like as soon as you like kind of start seeing some huge numbers, it can really play tricks with your mind. That's what I believe actually is hard about trading. It's not so much like price action or the market or any of that kind of stuff. It's the psychology, and what am I doing? I'm just gonna stop what I'm doing. It's 8:45. On the 15-minute, we're on the top of this hill. Yeah. Mike, stop chasing. Stop chasing up. Stop chasing up. That move right there, for those that are watching, is what it looks like when Mike's being unconscious and just being reactive. But yeah, like I said, that's the hard part of trading is the emotions, and then like making sure you're not becoming unconscious and just reacting and not even thinking, and or just doing shit out of fear and missing out, and like fear of loss, and all these different types of fear can really it can really affect your behavior. And like next thing you know, it's like, oh, I just blew an entire account, and I just bought all these new accounts, and next thing you know, all this money is just basically evaporating. But like but yeah, that's why I can get back full circle to doing prop firms. That's why I like to use prop firms, because it's enough to get your like emotions and like in the game, but you can really dial in like an account size that you can mentally deal with, basically. You know, when I was doing all those different accounts, I had like 3 250K accounts and like a 100K account, I think. And yeah, I don't know how to describe it, you know, for people that are kind of new to it, but it's almost like if you can't do a smaller account and like master it, like doing more and bigger, it just amplifies the problems. A lot of people don't want to hear that, you know, but that's just been my experience of it. I've noticed that just in money in general, it just amplifies. If you're like in fear all the time, and fear and I'm gonna close that down more. You know, fear and just scarcity thinking. A lot of those things can be like a detriment. You know, personally, I feel like you know, trading should be done from a place of abundance and like plentiful opportunity. But I feel like that even with business in general. You know, it's like with my handyman business. You know, I don't look at like people in my community as being competition, and that's not being arrogant. It's literally I feel like if you put forth an effort and do the best you can and be of service to other people, you're going to be successful at it. And even in trading, you know, you can be successful on a winning day, or you can be successful on a losing day. Either way, you know, it's like if you have like a rule for yourself of like, I'm not going to go bigger than, I don't know, a couple $100 a trade, and you stick to that rule and take the L and all that. That's still a success in my opinion. I mean, some of my biggest bonehead moves have come after huge wins, and not so much like the losses. And so that's like something I work on in myself. Anything that's like costing money over and over again. If you get out of a victim mindset of like, oh, look what the market did to me. Oh, look what smart money did for me. yeah, and you snap out of that kind of this is gonna break out. I don't trust what's going on. I bailed. I pushed out mainly because we got this move up, down. I don't know. Should I get back? I'm not gonna chase this stuff. I think today is actually more bullish, but I'm not going to keep taking these L's pre-market at least. You know, since that closed red, it seemed pretty confident this is going to go back down and retrace. What am I doing? There we go. Let's see if we can maybe catch it beneath 50. Or let it drop beneath 50 before closing out. Yeah, I got this camera and everything, so trying to make sure I can see around it. No, I feel like this is a pretty good trade pre-market. We got like half hour before the bell opens. Hopefully it's just setting up for a nice inducement. You know, it's like kind of the bat signal maybe going up for the day. No, I think it looks really bullish. I just don't know if there's enough volume in here for today, right now, pre-market, to really move the needle convincingly, but you never know who's in here. I have a top step trade going right now as a long, real look at that. I'm gonna snap out of this. I'm gonna wait for that to come down a little bit. But yeah, my top step trade is a long. What is it? I think it's a 200 pip stop. It's the mini or the micro. It's the one that's 50 cents a tick. Pretty much what I got going on with that, I think, is two micros and a 200 pip. Yeah, 200 or not 2 pip tick. Sorry, that's forex language, but like yeah, I got 200 tick stop loss trailing on that top step account. It started kind of lower on this guy. It was about middle of the range when I put that position in. And that's going to be one that's just set it and just let it cook all day if it's a trending day. Yeah, the top step account, you know, that like kind of the difference between top step and apex for anybody that's new to futures. Apex is a little bit cheaper for the evals, typically when they run these specials and discounts and whatnot, and so like for me, I'll put that stop loss in. So yeah, so for me, I'm gonna get a stop loss and then just have it just a hair below that fib level, blah blah blah, the fib level, you know. And so like with top step and apex, so it's like apex runs these specials or whatever, so that it's not that expensive to do these evals. You know, so like this one was like $40. Compared to top step for 100K is like $100. But top step, if you you know, pass it and everything, the activation of the funded account is, I think, way less. And so yeah, if you're failing and not passing a lot of evals, Apex is a little bit better because it's not so expensive to fail them and reset them, and that's why I kind of like Apex for day trading NASDAQ and just like kind of what we're doing with the stream and everything, because there's not really a pressure, like a financial pressure at all if I blow the count. Yeah, I mean, it sucks for the L, the public L. That's big enough of a motivator to try to be at least somewhat good at this. I don't look at money as being all that real anyway, just because of like the way it's, I mean, does this look real? What we're doing? I mean, and then you have like all of these big institutions, creating everything up out of debt and everything. But that's the world we live in, and so the thing that aggravates me is the same thing that aggravates me in general, is just the time, effort, and energy that was dedicated for maybe like a week or two, and then get a failure and have to restart from the beginning. That's almost just as even if it was like not any type of money at all, it's just like the time, effort, and energy that got wasted in doing this for a couple hours every single day for weeks on end. All that progress can just evaporate because of becoming unconscious with fear or bonehead moves, or not following the trading plan that is a successful thing that works. And everybody I feel like has an internal game plan that they know, because I think a lot of this is all spiritual anyway, but like that's a whole nother topic. But like it's like I think everybody has like a game plan of like stuff they know they should be doing, especially after a little bit of trading experience. I'll lower the risk. I mean, not that much. Beneath that, but like it's almost like a six-pack. It's like everybody knows what's involved in that. It's like, low body fat. You need to then exercise your muscles into. Everybody knows that. And I know it's difficult, and that's why not everybody has one. Trading in a lot of ways is like that too, where it's just like the game plan. It's like, that you need to probably eat less and do crunches and work out this and work out that. It's just a matter of just doing that and not making up an excuse why not. Like this trade's kicking ass at the moment. Possibly a breakout to the highs. On the 15-minute, the next high is the 18. This level right up in here, 1820. I'm just gonna hold this. 9 o'clock. A 4-hour candlestick changes, which might have been what that was. And now that I see it a little bit differently. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to take all the risk off the table. Apex does do a trailing drawdown, which kind of sucks if you have if you're going almost too big position size. One contract on a 100K account is actually kind of I feel like a little bit heavy. I know I've seen other guys trading futures and they're doing 3 contracts on 50K account or whatever, but I started doing the math, and like if you're doing like a 1 to 3, trying to catch a 1 to 3, I'm debating on closing this. I'll be strong and not. We'll let that either evaporate or continue to move up. I mean, we got 30 minutes till the bell rings, so if this trade is like really going in our favor at like 9:28, regardless of what's going, I'm just gonna close it because of the bell at 9:30. It's just off to the races sometimes, and it can just sweep and take everything of the profit from the morning. I kind of forget what I was even talking about. not used to even like talking this much. Like when I traded, it's just a lot of times I just sit in silence, but I don't know how entertaining that is for other people. Yeah, it was actually pretty nice, putting something on Reddit that didn't get torn to pieces by trolls. That was refreshing. Hopefully, the day trading Reddits are filled with people that aren't complete shitbags. I know the music producing world Reddit is filled of shitbags. Yeah, I've been producing music for well over a decade, and what a toxic community. I'm gonna get out of this. This is turning around and kind of at the top of this hill. As that broke that wick, and it was losing a bunch of steam here. Do a 20 tick, which is $100 risk. Yeah, my kind of game plan moving forward is to I say it like I'll short the tops of the hills and buy at the bottoms of the hills, but it can be difficult to do that. The urge to like catch a breakout or think, oh, it's gonna just keep going forever. It's very tempting, you know what I mean? I don't know why it's so tempting. What the fuck? Alright. I already feel myself starting to spiral a little bit. I need to not be so damn back and forth and wait for the market to open before getting carried away here. I'm gonna set that right there. How bullish this is all of a sudden. I just broke out a previous high. I think we broke that too. This high over here that happened yesterday. Give myself a little bit of breathing room because that looks kind of volatile. Hopefully I don't give the impression to people that I'm like a master at what I'm doing here. And I'm just kind of just playing the game just like anybody else. But after having a music licensing business and handyman business, I've done other things too. I just sold vaporizers and shit for a while. Drop ship website. Worked out really nice, problem is then I didn't fill out the appropriate stuff with PayPal because it was like dry herb vaporizers for like weed and shit, and like e-juice was like nicotine in it and whatnot, and like that violated a policy of theirs, and my music stuff was tied in with PayPal. And so it's just like not worth the drama to try to figure out this form and get a different payment processor. So I just sold out. But a lot of different entrepreneurial things. But like with trading and finance in general, the ability to scale without scaling manpower and resources is like unmatched. And so it's like that's the opportunity I see in it. It's just like the ability to scale, because that's the challenge with the handyman business, is like trying to scale it. I had a handful of people. I had 3 guys working for me at one point, and then like the idea to scale it even larger, it was just like, man, this is going to be incredibly difficult. The thing with handyman stuff, it's like, sit there and train people, and then that takes a lot of time and to get somebody trained, and then just scaling it, just whereas you can scale this just by adding zeros. It's like so much easier to scale and just create large amounts of money, and then you can use that money to create a little pocket of heaven for yourself, for you and your family and community. There's a lot of tax benefits in charity and giving. Feels good to do that, and plus it kind of keys you into like abundance mindset, the current of abundance and prosperity. That's one of the biggest criticisms I have towards like different traders, and it's like and it only comes from a place of like having a business and stuff, and like the music business really kind of geared me into like realizing there's not like a you made it moment or whatever. But I see like a lot of traders that will like get into the game and do channels and whatnot, and it's like they're trying to flip and trying to compound as fast as possible. But a lot of that compounding and flipping is coming from a place of scarcity, of like, oh, I need to make this much money or else I'm a brokey or whatever. But it's like, that's not like an abundance mentality, and it's not really it's operating a lot from a state of fear. And so hopefully, if you can kind of live in the end of like, oh, if you were, I don't know, a billionaire, if that's the goal, if you were that, why, I mean, what's your why? Do you want to feel a certain way? You gotta ask yourself why you're doing what you're doing, and then just live in the end state. It's like, if you're trying to be abundant for feeling peace or freedom or whatever you're doing, just start putting that on in the present moment. It's like, would you be so reactive to these market moves if you were sitting on a trading account with like $1 million in it, or would that be laughable? You got to get out of that brokey mindset and scarcity mindset of like all these different fears and everything. And unfortunately, for us as people, a lot of times to face fear is to just go through it head on. That's the thing about skateboarding that was been really helpful as a life experience. If you've never skateboarded before, there's a lot of error and falling involved before you can start landing tricks. And it's like kind of the same with trading. That's kind of why I like the community, because I like communities that have a lot of pain in them, and trading has a lot of pain and like trauma bonding. Skateboarding is like the same way on some level, where it's just like you feel other people's pain because you've endured it. Or it's like you tried to do like a trick down like a big set of stairs or something, and you fucking crack your head 20 times trying to land it, and then you see somebody else doing the same thing, and then finally stick it and catch that win. It's like you can really feel that camaraderie. And hopefully the trading world is like that for who is ever listening. A lot of times it feels very lonely, because of it kind of puts you in a weird I don't know, it kind of just puts you in a weird thing that a lot of other people aren't necessarily doing. I'm just going to close that because after hitting that new high, it's 15 minutes till close. I think I'm going to make some coffee and see what the hell happens after the bell. Jump into the chat, see if anybody's in here. Not yet. It's just launched this YouTube channel recently, a couple days ago, and so not a huge audience yet, but I'm not really doing this for that reason. It's again kind of the same thing of like not needing like the external proof. It's just like really developing like your own inner guidance system. It's like, yeah, it's cool that when other people are kind of vibing with what you're doing and resonating with you, whatever, but that's not what I'm doing or why I'm doing this. Now, while this is cooking, I think I'm gonna make another cup of coffee, go to the bathroom, get ready to rock and roll at 9:30. Make back these bonehead trading errors from the morning here. Just going back and forth too much, but I feel good about the top step trade because I got in on it. Like I said, pretty low on this range, and if we're gonna have a big bullish day, which it kind of looks like it, I wouldn't be surprised when the bell rings if it just goes up and then just gets shorted. But I don't want to be really in the market right when that happens. I think I might actually short this. Mike, are you being a fish or the fisherman right now? I don't know. A little both, I think. I like to tell myself I like to trade for the joy of it, not for the wins. Just more for just the love of the game here. This guy might go as a setup for New York here. As like an inducement, like up, and then maybe I'll drop all the way down. Who knows? I am going to take some more profit on these 1-to-1s instead of just take all the risk off. This is kind of sketchy because it could tap it real quick, but I've got too many losers here. First thing, which wouldn't have been losers if I would have took profit when they're at like a 1-to-1. We'll just start with that little win and start getting that momentum back. 60 buckaroonies. I'm gonna look for another short if this comes up to here. Might even short it at that fib zone. See if it bounces off that. Yeah, the way I'm trading, if you were to compare it to fishing, where like top step is kind of like bobber fishing, where you just throw it out there and let the let the bobber just do what it does. This is more like fishing for bass, just like actively trolling and trying to get a little nibble on the way back to the shore here. Take another $40. I get that momentum shifting. Let the universe know we're in a receiving mode here. Okay, and with that being said, let me play some music for you guys. I'm gonna kind of go to the bathroom, get some coffee going. For those that aren't aware, I've been producing music for well over a decade, and a lot of it, has been for instrumental type stuff for like television and whatever. But I got a little bit of everything. Let's do background music though. I don't want to trigger a copyright thing. Sorry, I'm like stammering and freaking tired today. I've been really acting like an idiot when it comes to getting to bed and going to sleep. I don't know. We'll do this one. And it'll just play this playlist. See how loud that is. Okay, now I get some coffee. Okay, what's going on, everybody? Let's dial that down, get out of that. Yeah, if you liked any of them tracks for anything that you're doing, I don't even know which tracks ended up playing there. It's just random or whatever. Oh my. What we got going on pre-bell here, 9:28. This thing's already off to the races. This is really nice for my top step trade. I'm not going to do anything with this because of it being so close to market open. But we'll definitely be looking for longs today because it's really seeming bullish. Make sure everything is playing correctly here. Ugh. What did I do with my... There it is. See if anybody's in chat. Nope, not yet. See how we're doing here with the stream. Looks like everything's going good. Excellent connection. That's great. That's excellent. Okay, so we're just kind of wait for the bell. We got 50 seconds. 30 seconds. I almost feel like it'll take off because it's so like a breakout right now. Like right at the bell. I'm actually going to... No, I'm not going to chase it. I'm just going to be thankful that I got a top step trade in. That's doing really well right now. And I'm not going to fuck my Apex account up by chasing this thing at the top of the hill. T-minus 1 second. Ding, 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 ding. See why we don't buy at the top of the hill before bell open? That would have been a big loss. I want to wait till this bell can surprise you how deep it'll freaking retrace. I just want to make sure we're at a bottom. Close enough. I don't trust what it's doing. It's too volatile back and forth. These candles here. 40. This thing's off to the races now. I'm not gonna chase it. I kind of missed out. We're going to sit here and watch this go without us and not be triggered and upset and sad. The abundance mind says there's more where that came from. The lizard brain that just acts like a goldfish this is the only time it's ever going to move up, Mike. Buy at the top of the hill. See why we don't buy at the top of the hill? We're going to listen to the advice of more seasoned traders and let that go deep. I think just by eyeball here, about 50% would be about that. This is too sketchy to want to short it for me. But you can see that the action difference between now and pre-market. It's a lot more buzz. This thing's gonna go. went too tight on the stop loss. These are too volatile. And I think I fell for the same fucking trick I habitually do. But it's okay. We're learning and getting better. The coffee my wife got me is really good. I like to grind my own beans. If you like coffee, this is not like a flex or whatever, but if you like coffee, you will love grinding your own beans. It's really not that much more to do it. It's like, yeah, you have to get a coffee grinder, but then, what is that, $20? Yeah, and then next thing you know, you can grind your own beans, and it's like it's like, even really good pre-ground coffee, it tastes like gas station coffee after you're used to grinding your own beans. Look at the bigger picture here. What's going on to the left? Where are we at? Okay. Kind of looks like it's gonna rain today. Again, that's what happens when you buy at the top of the hill because of fear of missing out. You lose the trade, but it's okay. We'll wait for that to retrace more, maybe down to here. These moves are really volatile. That was a slick move. It was kind of sketchy by, catching a falling knife. Just get out of that trade. I don't necessarily trust what's going on. Now that price is moving a little bit more bullish. The reason I kind of pushed out of that trade is NASDAQ has been flushing lately. And I've been on the wrong side of a lot of those moves, just thinking it's at the bottom and then it just tanks. But like I said, today's been pretty bullish, so hopefully not falling for that trick today. Had a break of that candle. Price action is seeming like it wants to go. There's a lot of shorting pressure, a lot of bears in here. Oh boy, are we off to the races? It seems like the energy is kind of changing. One of the things that, is maybe like one of those like advantages I have that maybe others don't. It's like an edge of just being life experience as an edge. Just playing music and like becoming kind of in harmony with others and that natural kind of rhythm. It's one of the things I notice about price action as it's moving up and down is the rhythms of it, the highs and lows. A lot of this reminds me a lot of like audio because of the way that it moves like a wave. Not to say that gives like, oh, that makes it a special boy because of that, but like it's just something that kind of I find myself wanting to do is just be in harmony with what's going on. Like if I would be surfing, not to be battling the ocean, but to like ride the waves. We got the first 15 minutes of market open. Getting ready to close here and start a new candlestick. I'm just gonna let this cook. And stop loss is in a pretty good spot. Just have the finger on the button in case it acts squirrely. We can get out of what we're doing. I'm hoping it doesn't rain. I have a rental property that I was hoping to stain the deck. I power washed it a couple weeks ago. Went over there yesterday, did a bunch of painting on the outside. And that's been kind of a new experience for me. Rental properties and dealing with tenants and all that kind of fun stuff. Good. Kind of a bigger trade going temporarily. I mean, that was $200 and then gone. Yeah, that's the thing. That trading has kind of broken my ability to really give a shit about getting and losing, these different amounts because it comes and goes. So now we're back. Now it's gone. Now it's back. And sometimes he's like all of a sudden just dolling around and $1,000 up to the upside. If this thing goes on a bull run, this could be a really awesome trade. I'm going to capture that profit just for sure. Crazy thing too about trading is you can be down like $500, $1,000, and then just in a matter of minutes you'd be up 2 or 3. I'm trying to get less involved with what the P&L is doing and just focus on the flow and the game plan, and then whatever the market gives is what the market gives. I'm gonna just take that profit. I think there's something about momentum and taking profit, and if that didn't breach that, I'm gonna short this. Mainly because that high didn't get convincingly even close to that. The bearish pressure from earlier. This could be another one that's a big monster trade. Put the stop loss in, Mike. Don't be a dummy. Yeah, I should have wrote out the sell. I think I still am. I think it's got a long way down. Bouncing off that fib zone. Let's look at the 15-minute here. Getting in for a buy off this fib level. Let's put a stop loss in. Good thing. I think this is gonna, oops, wrong button. It's okay, we'll hold it. This guy might just flush big time. It's almost 10 o'clock. Freaking delay with Quan Tower. I don't know if it's the rhythmic connection or what the fuck is going on. Right now I'm in a break-even trade. I'm still gonna be looking for a buy. Probably off this fib level just because I'm going to get right beneath that fib level too. Give it some breathing room. No reason to be super tight. Kind of where I've been at recently with stop losses is it's just more about where the idea becomes invalidated than anything else, especially just for scalping reasons. Let's get out of that trade. Was not really a loss. It's kind of a break even. Mainly because that resembles a bull trap to me, where it's downtrend. I think it's still going to drop. Downtrend, uptrend, didn't go nowhere. Flush down to the bottom. Actually, that 15-minute looks really bullish. I don't know how I'm doing for the day. Feels like kind of shitty. I'm trying to get more disciplined at not being fixated on the P&L and just trading and just getting in, trying to just get in a flow state with the market. I'm gonna give that a little bit wider of a stop at 20 pips. It's only $100. $100, so 3 would be 150. 30, I mean. I'm kind of going back and forth too much. I need to just let this play out. Sit on hands, Mike. Let's jump in chat, see if anybody's in here. Not yet, but whenever you watch this, it'll be now. And so I appreciate you being here whenever you're here. Hopefully this is helpful and informative on some level. You know, I've been talking about trading to all my friends and family and people around me for, you know, since I've really gotten into it. I was hoping to get this set up so they can kind of watch me do this live so they can do it themselves too. Up about 150. This could go all the way up to that fib level if I stop diddling with it. And if we look at the zoomed out a little bit, scaling with this is kind of hard to see, but we had a breakout, this big wick. That's pretty weak though. Look at that rejection. I still think that's setting up for a buy. Drop that down just a hair beneath that. Let me get down to this support zone over here. Got a minute. If this guy closes. actually going to drop that beneath this fib zone. Just the way it's setting up, it's just, it seems like it's just right there, right at the bottom. And look at that candle. I mean, a lot of times that's a really good setup, is these big, you got an uptrend and then these big wicks, but NASDAQ has been so bearish this past couple days, weeks. A lot of that just like knee-jerk, yeah, it's NASDAQ, it's gonna go up. A little bit burned by that philosophy, so so that candle just closed. Let's see what it does. Is that a double bottom? Looks like a double bottom. Actually, that one is just like a hair above the previous. What are all these traders thinking? Are they thinking the same thing I've been thinking? It's like, getting burned on this thing kind of a lot today. What the fuck? Let me take a step back, get a read on this a little bit better. Yeah, I'm just going to switch bullish today. This is not working. I'm going to check how we're doing. Yeah, not great. 97516. About at my max loss. 97516. Man, the move might be down today. I don't know. That was a big rejection from that wick. Get out of that. I'm telling myself not to sell at the bottom of these hills. Probably not a great example of good trading. I feel like I've been just back and forth. Having a hard time reading what the hell's happening. And I think I'm like really bullish, you know, from like it's 10 o'clock, so I haven't really got a big like New York move yet. Yeah, it's turning around now. Don't forget to stop loss, Mike. I'm gonna take what I can freaking get here. Going, I guess, long again, trying to catch the bottom of this. Seems like a lot of that bearish energy is turned around. They're not getting such aggressive wins. We're kind of getting these big bursts of buyers. Again, I don't freaking trust this. It seems like the momentum's starting to change. I don't know why it's such a battle today. These wicks on these 1 minute candles are pretty freaking big. Just the volatility between the highs and the lows. Weren't able to push it very low on that one. I need to set up a flatten button for like a hotkeys versus clicking this. I think it'd be easier just to hit a button versus clicking it with the mouse. Looks like this is setting up for a turnaround. Hopefully. I feel like on my little fishing trip today, I've gotten a couple bites, but I've lost the bass a few times. I think that's why I like trading so much, is it reminds me of a lot of fishing. Kind of makes it a little bit more challenging to do that on a live stream too, because you start getting the added pressure of like, oh, you know, are people talking shit and making fun of me? Oh, he's losing money, what a loser. That weak sauce. Yeah, like what is going on? I wonder how many people. I was thinking about this the other day. You know, it's like day trading, just trading in general. Has it's like such a new thing. You know, and like I could see it just becoming a huge, almost like a game, like a virtual game, where things are getting such real time market movements compared to like the past where people like called brokers on the phone and shit. Yeah, that's the old school trading type stuff. I just see this as being such a big thing in the coming years as trading morphs into. I would assume, since there's so many algorithms and everything, mixed with like some of the younger generation that's very tech savvy and brought up on games and stuff. Now I'm curious to see like over time how this whole kind of world evolves. And it looks like we finally got out of the bottom here. Hopefully it races up to the top and I can get a freaking big win to cover all these losses from this morning. You can kind of see how the philosophy of trading less is more with the top step trade I'm in, which, for purposes of this video, is like I'm not going to switch accounts to show you guys, but what I have on that 2 micros at 200 tick trailing stop, and I got that pre-market. What the hell is it? Oh, duh. The problem is, it's only 2. So what is that? $1 a tick that it moves. The typical 10 o'clock kind of reversal lull thing. I was moving trading videos from my, not this YouTube channel, this YouTube channel is just basically only going to be about trading stuff. But like I started just with just like music and just stuff I'm into, like metaphysics and like and all the kind of spiritual things. And I ended up like moving everything over here because of just like being more specific to just talking to traders. I'm gonna hold this. I'm not. I'm gonna take profit. I'm gonna catch it again when it comes down if it does. I lost my train of thought. Ooh, something shiny. Just gonna go ahead and take another position. That's probably retarded, but I gotta go to the bathroom. And since it's kind of moving up, I kind of want to I have a feeling it's testing that new high. This guy right up here. Oh, that's fib level. I'm just gonna get out of this. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. All this freaking coffee. I'm gonna short this. That didn't hit that fib level very convincingly. Like I said, I keep getting tricked into being too bullish on NASDAQ. I mean, it's always going up, isn't it, Mike? I just been burned a lot of time. And you got this lower low, lower low, lower high at this fib level. Didn't even touch it. We got to get the stop loss, but yeah, part of my like spiritual journey has been getting out of the idea of rushing around and hurrying. You know, as crazy as that sounds, you know, it's like I try not to live in any type of like fear, like any state of fear. Just let that run. I stop being retarded. Yeah, and rushing around is to me a big sign of either fear of missing out, too big of a position slot. You know, if I have to rush around to put a stop loss in, I'm going way too heavy. I'm gonna do one of those guys, and then well, I'm at going to the bathroom. 25. We'll do a 75 tick stop. But I'm gonna let me jump in chat, see if anybody's in here. Not yet. Oh boy. Let me get some music going for you guys. You know what? I don't like any of this. I think I'm gonna put a sell on. I'm gonna get out of my freaking. I'm gonna get out of this top step trade. I don't think it's going up. I think it's going to go down. I'm going to capture this move and just get out of that. $175 buckaroonies. I'm gonna get back into this guy and run to the bathroom. Yeah, this does not look. That does. I'm gonna put 2 contracts on this and a $500 winner. I think that thing's still gonna flush. I'm gonna take that $50 too. I'm gonna run to the bathroom. And see what. A lot of buyers on that wick, but I'm gonna have to piss my pants if I mean, the reason I did that is just that wick is like there's a lot of buyers that bought that up, but we'll do. Is it break-even trade? If it goes up, it goes up. But okay, I need to stop fiddling fucking around here and head to the bathroom. Let me get some more music going for you guys. Yeah, let's find something decent. There we go. Be right back. And we're back. Oop. And we're back. Alright, let's see what's going on in the charts here. I'm tempted to put a buy in. See what the bigger time's doing. I don't know, it might keep dropping big time. I don't know, let's see. Get that retracement. Make a quick little couple stabs at it here. Oh, Mike, you're over trading. It's like, okay, I like to just go back and forth. This is fun for me. Not everything is about squeaking every penny out. Sometimes you just gotta have fun. Yeah, look around the freaking camera and everything, try to see what the heck is going on with this. Put the whole stop loss in. Those are higher than that previous low, so we'll see what it does now. We gotta keep an eye on the P&L. For anybody new, I kind of like to use that as like a real-time indicator of like what the price action's doing. I don't trust it. What it's doing. That didn't overtake that high, so I think we're just having a short day. I think it's gonna go low. That's my hypothesis for the moment. Let me get the stop loss. Boom, boom, boom. Kind of a bonehead position. Should have waited until it moved up a little bit further, but is that triple bottom? The 1 hour looks heck is my phone? Again, is that loss right there, that previous one, that was just from just being a retard. These 1 minute candle wicks, I mean, there's a lot of price action going on at the moment. get out of the hourly and get back. What's the 30-minute looking like? Is that the final? Is this finally the turnaround time? We finally got a bottom to this freaking. I'm like having to look around this freaking camera to even see what the heck is going on. You put the stop loss in. It's 10:30 New York session time. We've been trading for a while. Just for the love of the game. But the game isn't loving me back. Not at the moment, at least. Yeah, I gotta move this so I can freaking see what the hell's going on. I'm trying to keep it like visually appealing for people watching. I'm about to walk away from the trading day. Not really reading the market very well. That's a pretty convincing wick on that. Hopefully that's a sign for other traders to get in on the bottom of the hill here. There's a lot of buying energy. Oh, here we go. Where is my phone? I keep hearing. There it is. Yeah, the day I figure out how to have AI answer my phone is the day I implement it. I'll just take profit. I don't necessarily trust this to go higher and higher and higher today. That didn't even overtake that high. Yeah, I don't know if like the other traders are kind of having that same vibe with this downtrend that NASDAQ's been doing. Yeah, it could have been a bonehead move though. think I'm still going to look to short this thing again one more time. I don't know. Let's put a buy in. I don't. Probably a dumb move, but I'm starting to spiral. I can kind of feel it. Get out of this freaking thing. I don't trust these longs. Again, I think it's freaking tank. Again, that guy barely even. I mean, it didn't even break that. But I'm starting to feel like a fish being reactive. I'm gonna put the stop loss in. But I'm not going to be in like a hurry to put the stop loss in because I'm not need to rush around. This thing's... Oh, Mike, what are we doing? I can't make up my mind. We're gonna go shorts. This thing's is too freaking weak for me. I'm glad I got out of that top step trade. Yeah, so that's the high here. I think this is probably going to be my last trade. I'm starting to become kind of unconscious in my decision making. And I'm not really feeling like I have a good read at what the hell is going on in this choppy ass market. Give it one more valiant attempt to go down. Give that stop loss some breathing room. What just happened? Let's close out. Yeah, I'm gonna be done for the day. This is not being a very good read. Starting to become frustrated. Starting to like make quick, stupid decisions like that one. And that might be an example of what not to do, folks. Yeah, this thing is so fucking choppy today. It's frustrating. You know, I get really frustrated when it's shitty market conditions. And by shitty, I just mean up and down, indecisive, not trending. What just happened? I don't know. Yeah, we have a losing day today, folks. Let's see. Yeah, down almost 1.25%. I'm gonna walk away. Did have a profitable day on Top Step by just not really going back and forth and scalping and everything. And so yeah, I'm just gonna call that. Jump in the chat one more time. Doesn't look like anybody's in here yet, but that's okay. Whenever you get in here, it'll be now. So I appreciate y'all being here and vibing with me for a little bit. Hopefully this was entertaining and on some level interesting. And until tomorrow, thanks again for watching, and God bless.